that. Let me share. So is my screen visible to you all?
Yes, Akash.
Yeah. So this is the flow today we'll be understanding today. So this is the flow actually. So developers will be developing their code and they will be pushing their code to the Git, and so on the Jenkins we will be going to configure a job which basically used to take the deployment package from Git and send it to the EC2 instance. So today we'll be taking help of a var file. So if I go into my for this work I am going to use my GitHub for that, and this is the deployment package. So this is a complete deployment package. Under that you have web app. So form.xml is there. Under the web app you have index.jsp is there. So complete Java application. So if any company is there which is working on Java technology, and so basically the ops guy got this deployment package.
Almost every company is working, Akash.
Yeah, that's what. So and coming to the server, so if you will go to the server, you have a pom.xml, you have this is the, I can say, complete deployment package of the Java. So this we will be deploying it on the Tomcat, so that's why I choose Tomcat. So we'll try to install this complete things, and about this var file, I think basic understanding you have, right? So under the whatever the components you want to show it to the desktop UI, so you need to put that under the var file, right? So this file means web app file, and these are the configurations file and all. We'll do configurations also, because we'll be installing all the things from the root, right? So we'll do installations also. So I can say configurations on the Tomcat also to execute the complete use case. So first what I will do, first I will go to the EC2 instance and will grab an instance, and so see, first I will try to make you understand about this complete pipeline. So this is the pipeline, guys. What I will be doing, so first I will be grabbing an instance. On that instance I will be installing Jenkins. So on one instance I will be installing the Jenkins, and one instance I will be like on another instance I will be installing Tomcat. So Git is there. Git, like as I told you, I will be using my GitHub, and so we'll do some modifications also in the code, and we'll uh, there is something called poll SCM into the Jenkins. So with that, basically you can schedule the deployment. So that also we'll try to see. So every time you don't need to go to the Jenkins, you need to click on build. So every time you don't need to do. So just you will be configuring a poll SCM scheduler. So that will actually check so as you know, like in cron jobs we can give so suppose if you want to check for per minute, so you can schedule a cron job for a per minute, and it will be checking your GitHub, and suppose if any changes you will be doing, right? So in that case it will be taking the changes from the GitHub and deploying it to the uh, Apache Tomcat. So uh, I think pipeline you understood, right? So this is the complete pipeline we will be looking now, and now we'll go to the AWS UI and we'll grab an instance. So in that instance, I will be configuring Jenkins first. It's a complex configurations, I can say. So I had written all the steps here. So it's a complete complex configurations. We need to look into it, and we'll try to understand. So this is for your reference, and just try to understand what all the steps we are performing here. That will be great. So we'll allow all the traffic. So this we will be configuring it as a Jenkins server. So this is the Jenkins server. We'll try to install all the Jenkins component here. Jenkins. So this is the Jenkins. And again, guys, this web application, like this one, this web application I had taken from any GitHub pages. So I had searched for any deployment package for a Tomcat, and I had, and again, so you don't need to worry about what all the contents are there. This is the job of developer, right? Developer will be developing this complete thing, and they will be giving it. They will be like, if I will go here in this pipeline, so these are the group of developers. So these developers will be doing check-in on the Git. So from here, your job used to start. So you need to automate this complete flow. So it will take from a Git and it will deploy it onto the server. So server could be anything, right? And so if you will ask me like where the Ansible roles comes to the play here, so I can say you, so before after Jenkins, so you have something called Ansible will be here. And suppose if you have a n number of servers, so suppose if you have a 10 to 15 servers are there, right? So on the Ansible you will be configuring the scripts, and that will look tomorrow. That is a use case for tomorrow. And first will because it's a totally complex configuration, so that's why I had separated that. And so we had opened the putty. And for your information, Java 8 you need to install first if you are working with Jenkins. So you need to have a Java install on your system. So we'll go as a root user, and we'll check which Java version we have. Java minus version. Okay, so Java is not there, so we need to install Java first, because as I told you, Java is the main requirement for it. So what we'll do, we'll just install Java with the help of this command. This one. So this is 1.8 we need actually. Java 1.8. So yum install Java 1.8, all the dependencies and all, and actually which will be the latest I will get installed here. So Java is a use package itself, so it will take time. Let it install first. Yeah. So we have Java 1.8 installed, right? Now we'll configure this as a home path. So we will be configuring Java uh, as a home. So to do that, we have vim. So basically here we need to set the home. So we'll look first. So we'll find like where exactly our Java and all has been installed. So we have a command in Linux that is used to find actually. So we'll make use of this command. So it will tell me like where the binaries and all has been installed for the Java. Actually, I want the exact paths, and that's why we'll be giving that as a home, right? We'll be configuring that as a path so that uh, because it's a requirement for us. So we have so JVM is installed here. These three, and we need to take this. So go here and we'll give Java home. Okay. So first we'll place I. After that we'll write Java home equal to the complete path, and we'll include it here as well. Dollar Java home, right? Correct. Anything missing? Java home, yeah, correct one. So now we'll verify once. Echo dollar Java home. Okay, so we need to re-log in to reflect the changes. Yeah, now we can see, right? So now this path got set. So the next step, now we'll install Jenkins. So if you will go here, we did these all things. Now we'll install Jenkins. So this is the website for that. Okay, these steps we need to. So these are the steps we need to follow actually. So I had written the steps here, all the steps. So we'll follow that. Is it the same one? This is the same command sudo wget -o etc yum dot repos. If you will see yum dot repos, the same command. We'll try to execute. Now we'll try to execute other command. Yeah. Now we'll install Jenkins. Yum install Jenkins. Jenkins is installing, right? So we had installed Jenkins. Now we'll see service status. Sorry, service Jenkins status. So it's not running. So we'll start the service. Start. Got started. Now we'll look the status. So it isn't starting. So for your information, guys, Jenkins runs on your port 8080. So we'll go here and try to access Jenkins. 8080 support. So as you will see, yeah, please wait while Jenkins is getting ready to work. So it used to take a time. So actually in background, server is allocating all the settings for your Jenkins because the use, yeah. So now we need to unlock it to ensure Jenkins is secretly set up by the administrator. A password has been written to the logs. Not sure where to find it. And this file on the server. Okay, so we need to go to this path. And here Jenkins has sent the password. I will come here. And if I will go into this path. Okay. Yeah. So we'll do a cat actually because this is not a directory. Initial admin password is not a directory. It's kind of a file. If you look, I will show you that. Yeah, it's file, right? It's a file. So where we are now, we'll do a cat actually. So this is the password, guys. Click on continue. So this is the first welcome screen for Jenkins, and will not install any plugins as of now. We'll look. So as we will go further, we'll show you like how to install plugins and all. So that's why we'll skip this step. We'll just skip it and start using Jenkins. Yeah, ready. So this is the welcome screen, guys, for the Jenkins, and it's running on this server, on this web server. It's running, right? And first thing what we'll do, we'll change the password, right? So go to admin, and go to configure, and just come here to the password, control A, and just change a password. So you just give some password, and you need to remember that password. Okay. Click on apply, click on save. As you will click on save, so it will getting logged out, And after that, it will be asking you for a relogin because we had changed the password, right? So just we'll try to relogin. Username is admin, and the password, the changed password what you had given. Right. So this is the welcome screen for Jenkins. So now we'll create a job first, a simple job like uh, because on the Jenkins server job used to run, right? So first we'll create a simple job. Click on new item, just job like that. Just give my job, freestyle project. Okay. My first job, right? And so these all things, source code management. So under code management, you need to give your different source code management are there, right? Git, Bitbucket, these are there. So you need to basically these all things. Why it's not showing? Because we don't have a plugin for that. We need to install plugins. So that will look later in the today's class. So basically execute Windows batch command. So if you are dealing with like Windows, so you need to select this. If you are dealing with the cell, you need to select this. Sorry, if you are dealing with Unix, so you need to deal with. So what I will do, echo first Jenkins job. We'll save it. So my first job has been created here, right? Now we'll try to build it. Build now. Click on build now. So it will. So here, yeah. So this is the place where you used to see like your jobs are running or not, right? So if it is a blue, so your job is successful. If it is a red, your job is unsuccessful. So for our case, it is showing blue, right? So it's a successful. Just go there, and inside that you have all the logs. So so if you will go to the console output, so you have this output, right? First Jenkins jobs we had written. So this is the output. Very simple job, I can say. Like for your understanding, like how to create jobs on the Jenkins. So how to do that? Just click on the new jobs and create it. And after the creation of the job, so here in this dashboard, all the job information will be there. So as of now, we had created a single job and we had executed it and how much time it has taken. So so these all things, whether it is failed or not. So these all informations, right? Now the next step. So this, so basically the first job we had finished. We had fired a very basic job. Now we'll integrate it through GitHub. So to do that, we need to just have a Git plugin for that. So just go to, and how to download plugins I will show you. And this is the place manage Jenkins. From here you used to manage all your Jenkins. So go to manage Jenkins. Okay, so we had missed one step. So first we need to configure the global tool configurations because we are dealing with this server, right? So we need to just go to the global tool configurations and just go to the JDK, right? and in this JDK, just you need to give your Java path. I will come here and I have to know the Java path. I need to Java home, right? So this is the path you need to give. And now we'll be downloading some plugins. So this is the place, manage plugins, and here it will show like all the available plugins, what all the available plugins are on Jenkins. So list of all the available plugins globally, and this will show what all the installed plugins are there. So as of now, we don't have any plugins, right? So if you will go to the available one, so you have a list of plugins. So you have a n number of plugins are there. It's loading actually. Now we'll try to install Git first, Git plugin. Git. So there are lots of things, but we need to download this Git, GitHub. Yeah, this one, GitHub. So it actually it used to consist all. So suppose you will try to install. See, it is downloading all the dependencies. Got installed, right? Git plugin is installed on the system now. So if you will go to the manage Jenkins and if you will click on manage plugins and if you will click on install now, so will you have all the plugins related to Git, right? It has all the things. Now what we'll try to do, we'll just now we need to configure also, right? We had installed the plugins. Now we need to configure the path. So you need to go here. So till now we had configured the Java path because as I told you, like this Jenkins runs Jenkins need Java, right? So that you need to configure the global path. Now here also, now see, now this Git is coming, right? Because we had installed the Git. So here you need to give GitHub name and the path you need to give. So this is a very important step. That's why I had written, if you will see, like VBI, very, very important. You need to get user bin Git. Right. So click on apply. Click on save. This. Do we have a Git here? Okay. Now I think, yeah, now it's not showing any kind of error, right? Previously it was showing no such path because we don't have a Git, right? So we had installed Git also. So till now we had installed Java, we had installed Git. Now what we will do, because if you will see here in this deployment package, so we have a pom.xml, right? So pom.xml, if I'm not wrong, so it's kind of Maven dependencies. So you need to have a Maven also, right, on your server. So now we'll install Maven on the server. So right. So these all steps we did, right? And I had written also all the in what ways you need to do. You need to first, on the Jenkins server, you need to install Git, and these all are the steps for that. And after that, you need to set up. So set up Git on Jenkins console. So basically, this is a console. You need to go here and you need to just download all the things. Now we'll configure Maven. So to do that, we'll go to the Maven documentation. So this is the place. So these all things will install under the OPT folder. So as you know, right, all the third parties um, applications we used to install in the OPT, right? As of now, we have AWS. Now we'll create a file called Maven. We'll go inside it. CD Maven. We don't have anything here. Now we'll install Maven. Yeah. Now we'll untar it. So we have this Apache Maven, right? We'll untar and unzip. So we have two things, zip and tar both. So we'll yeah. Now what we'll do, because this is a very odd name, right? Apache Maven 3.6.3. So we'll move this to because these all things we need to configure, right? So that's why we'll move it into a folder called Maven. Now we have this Maven. If you will go inside the Maven, cd Maven, you have these all, right? So now we'll configure Maven path also. So the same way like what we did for a Java path. So we'll configure Maven path also. Again, we'll go like this only, same what we did for the Java, right? Dot bash profile. Enter the dot bash profile. We need to do some changes. So basically, we'll this you understood, right? So here we are referencing this M2 home. So the complete path will be opt maven / bin like that, and we need to include it here also, right? To home, sorry, dollar M2 home and dollar M2 WQ. So we had configured. Now we'll check once. So echo dollar M2. Oh, sorry, we have to relogin. So we'll exit it. Again, we'll relogin. So to su minus, and if I will try to, so we got right. So now we'll try to look the version of Maven. So this is the command for that, mbn -- version. Okay, something wrong. So go here. Okay, I think we have, because we had created a also called Maven, right? So that's why this is issue. WQ. Now just exit, relogin, and now try to execute this command. So this is the version, right? Apache Maven 3.6.3 is the version for us, and we had successfully installed the Maven now. Now we'll configure this Maven on the Jenkins. So how to do that? Just go to the Jenkins, and you need to repeat the same step. You need to download some dependencies for the Maven, and you need to just repeat the same steps. Like first you will be downloading the plugins. After that you will be configuring this global tool configuration. So if you remember, like whenever you used to install anything in your Windows or any server, so you need to add the path, some environmental path, right? So environment variables, I can say. Same thing we are doing here, nothing. So for the Maven, we have some plugins. So that plugin name is Maven. Two plugins we have: Maven Invoker and Maven Integrator. These two plugins we have, right? So we'll configure this two plugins. Go to plugin, go to available one, click on Maven. So type Maven.